Greetings, beautiful souls, and welcome to this general reading for us as we move from December 2025 into January 2026. There is this beautiful frequency of completion, of course, but also already new energies really surging in. As I read, we are not even quite at solstice, December solstice. We're on the cusp of solstice, but those frequencies of golden Christ of light are really pouring in to light up those themes of things that we should really focus on and the things that we should also let go to really maximize our opportunities and the abundance of 2026. I do have a special tarot reading that I'm offering called a Tarot Reading Jumpstart for 2026, where we explore the three pivotal themes that will be helpful to you to really call in your highest timeline, these incredible new opportunities, and to maximize your growth and abundance. So I will put details for that reading below. So the angel that we have overlighting us for our session today is beautiful Archangel Raphael. And you can see I've got my beautiful crystals out. I've got my golden angel wings. And he has so much of that green golden light already. He's saying, of course, beloved, please prioritize your health during the holidays. There's a lot happening. There's a lot, especially happening in the collective. So setting those healthy boundaries has never been more pivotal or important, is what he's saying. Also, if you have been struggling with your health, I'm feeling like there is a positive change, there's a positive transition or transformation that is happening for you. And also a message that these little micro steps, these moments where you really call your power back, where you honor yourself, where you fill your cup up, really add to the abundance of your health. There's also a new abundant health blueprint coming in that I'm really feeling coming in for 2026 that really highlights alternative health treatments, and what we would traditionally call those alternative health treatments are really coming more front and center. So whether you have experienced Chinese medicine, qi gong, different kinds of energy healing approaches, somatic healing, whatever it's been for you that perhaps has flickered to your awareness, is brought more strongly front and center in 2026. And it feels like there are some really positive transitions that are happening with healing itself. So, of course, this advice is not meant to replace medical treatment, and it is meant generally and take what resonates. But Raphael is coming forward very powerfully to work with you to help you tune into yourself, especially if you are an empath, to give yourself that self care throughout the holidays. The other thing he says is that when you focus on yourself, it does truly give to others because it helps them bring through their highest healing blueprint, which is really founded on self care. So he says that once you do this and you hold this frequency of really honoring yourself and setting those healthy boundaries that allow you to maximize your self care, other people feel this, they pick up on this frequency, and they also take that with them, maximizing their own self care. So it's a new focus on healing, where you focus on yourself and it encourages others. So instead of you giving of your own energy to others, he's saying hold your energy, hold your frequency with love, and know that as you do, it encourages other people to really take those positive, healthful action steps for themselves. I really love that. So thank you, Raphael. What do we most need to know as we complete 2025 and step into those fresh new frequencies for 2026? And I've got this beautiful deck. I've done some shuffling of the After Tarot deck. It's one of my favorites. What do we most need to know? Loving this right now. So we're taking a look at the 10 of Pentacles, and it's saying this is a really beneficial time to savor your accomplishments, to allow yourself to experience the benefits of all that you have created in this past year. And I am feeling like there is a surplus that does come in for us, and this may be unexpected for some reason. I'm really drawn to the dog who's pointing to one pentacle in particular, and I'm feeling that this is really showing a surprise for us. I do read intuitively, and so that means that I tune into my intuition and I connect with the cards from that place. So I may not necessarily read in terms of what the traditional meanings of the cards are, but I do feel that this is a bounty, but in particular, there may be an unexpected positive surplus or bounty coming through for us. The Four of Wands really talks about this celebration again of your accomplishments. And I feel like this may be expected for some of you, but then for others, there's a little bit of a surprise honoring. I'm seeing perhaps there's a ceremony that takes place, or even a graduation is brought up or brought to completion really successfully. So there's a message to really let go of doubt about the fact that you are going to be successful at your endeavor. And there's this energy of really positive completion and celebration, with this message again from Raphael to really take your time and to allow yourself to fully celebrate that experience. Is what I'm feeling with that. And then we've got the Page of Wands that really takes us in to January, and this energy of really taking this sense of completion and success and carrying it forward, seeing the sprouting of really beautiful new ideas, new energy, and new projects that really come through as a result of you allowing for this abundance to come through, this completion of this particular project or projects to really manifest fully. What Raphael's saying is when you allow something to manifest completely and don't rush into the next step, those new seeds that are planted really start to flower. They start to sprout and then flower even more easily and abundantly. And so that's what he's showing me is really happening in a powerful way as we move into 2026. Let's take a look. Let's pull a card for each of our individual signs as well. So, Aries, what are we seeing for you? I've got the dragon cards out for Aries. And what have we got for Aries? For Aries, we have got the Grouch. I love this. I pulled this for an Aries earlier, and this dragon card is really powerful. I love that it is called the Grouch. And what this card actually says is don't be grouchy necessarily, but don't be afraid of setting firm boundaries. So, Aries, it feels like you've been going full throttle for a while, almost to the point of depletion, and we don't want to kind of hit that point where we're running on empty. And so the Grouch really says it's time to really truly take the earlier message to heart and to prioritize your self-care, but to not be afraid to be perceived as being grumpy. So it's okay to be firm in the particular situation that's presenting to you, and in fact others around you respect that more, and things resolve in a more positive way. So, really, Aries, do not be afraid to set those really clear boundaries moving into through the holidays and into 2026. I love that. Taurus, the bull, what have we got for you? Let's see what we've got for you. I'm shuffling in a slightly different way for Taurus. Interesting. The Watcher. Um, I love this. I'm looking at this little owl in particular, if you can see that down there. He has this very clear vision, and you can see that it's quite cloudy in this particular card, but to me what it is saying is that, Taurus, the vision is coming to you. So again, it's not by rushing ahead, it's not by being the charging bull as it were, but it is about allowing yourself to shift into stillness these next few weeks as you can, of course, and know that the vision is coming through, that is your vision that is connecting to you. So it's not about you having to do anything to manifest, but it's to know that it's already coming, it's already happening, and it will connect to you. I'm also seeing a hub of really helpful people coming through, new people I'm feeling to really connect powerfully with Taurus. So don't overdo it, Taurus, and allow this vision to connect to you, is the message for Taurus. Gemini, who is quite fast paced in most situations. Let's see what we've got for you. Gemini, the dragon sword. Let's take a look at this card. This is a powerful one. So, this is a lot of Archangel Michael energy really coming through. And I'm really drawn to this rose. And I'm really feeling the energy of romance coming through. Um, just like I'm seeing this vision of the rose really unfolding with beautiful dewdrops and this dragon sword of protection. So there's this energy of beautiful protection coming in, saying it's really a beautiful thing to protect your space, to also protect your relationships, but to stay open hearted is the most important thing, Gemini, because your open heart really attracts this energy of new romance that is unfolding quite quickly in a beautiful way. So, of course, if you're not open to romance right now, this also could be you focusing on you and really kind of connecting very powerfully with self love. Which is also such a beautiful thing. So be open to this beautiful rose light coming in. Michael, very loving and protective of your energies. Gemini. Let's see what we've got for Cancer. And I'm going to shuffle a little bit for Cancer again. What have we got for Cancer? Curious. Let's take a look at this card. So I'm seeing a lot of this beautiful green connected with Cancer. And I'm really getting the word patience really strongly. And there's Archangel Patience coming in. She's one of the lesser known archangels, but she's so beautiful at letting us be patient with our own process. And she's saying that curiosity is such a powerful state for you. In fact, it is the power state for you. So it's not about forcing yourself. It's not about forcing outcomes. It's not about forcing yourself to take action in 2026, but it's allowing yourself to be curious. And this beautiful dragon is also connecting. I don't know if you can see, but with this adorable fairy, and she feels like an earth fairy. And so there's this emphasis on your connection to nature, but also to the elemental realms. And so if you have been curious about your own healing gifts, if you've been curious about a new career path or a new opportunity, this is a sign, and they're really lighting it up for you. So they're saying your curiosity really leads you onto your highest path in 2026, which I love, and be open to the communion with the fairy realms. I know as we go into 2026, the fairies aren't as active in the winter season in the northern hemisphere. Of course, different if you're in the southern hemisphere, but the fairies are really coming forward powerfully to you, Cancer. And now we've got a card that really wants to come out. What do we want for Leo? Leo, what do you most need to know going into 2026? The Balancer. Yes. So I'm seeing a lot of Archangel Zadkiel with this energy and this energy of balance. And balance is really key for you, Leo. You have so much energy, you have so much incredible power, but it's about especially balancing masculine and feminine. And they are, Zadkiel in particular, and his violet flame dragons are drawing my attention to something that's out of balance in your world. It may be a person where you've been over functioning, could be a child or a family member who may be quite draining during the Christmas season, but they're saying it's really important for you to do regular check ins to really get yourself into that balanced state and to know that it is not your job to rescue. So I'm seeing um, healing for your inner rescuer coming forward in a really beautiful way. So you in the past you have been able to really put out the energy to rescue, but there's a huge shift in 2026 that really says you being in that balanced state again encourages other people to put their own oxygen masks on and is incredibly empowering to those in your world. There's also an invitation to really step into your inner leader even more powerfully. So 2026 is really inviting you to become this very balanced leader, Leo, is what I'm seeing. I love that. I need to draw a different, let me see what I want to draw here for Virgo, I want to jump into the unicorn cards. I've got Deanna Cooper's unicorn cards with a few others that have been mixed in. Sometimes my decks get a little combined, which I feel like only adds to them. What have we got here from you? Oh, I've actually got two kind of coming forward here. Oh, I love that. Virgo, new opportunities and enlightenment. So really calling through the unicorn energy for you. You are unicorn connected. It also feels like there's a child in your world who is also very, very unicorn connected, and they may in fact be a unicorn. So the message is new opportunities, declutter your life. Huge message moving into 2026. So maybe if you do have the opportunity to declutter, to clear your workspace, if you've got a home office, to clear the home, whatever it has been overcluttered, you are asked to declutter. It is in that way you glimpse a magical doorway, and you're really bringing through these powerful frequencies of enlightenment. So it's like you're being offered this glimpse of higher possibility, and that is part of what is manifesting for you. So as you're shown that magical doorway, you're shown that highest timeline, and it's just allowing yourself to see it, allows yourself to manifest it, is what I'm really seeing. So calling in that beautiful unicorn magic for you. I'm seeing a beautiful unicorn just touching your third eye with their horn of light to really help you access your soul wisdom powerfully, and those wonderful, wonderful unicorn gifts. I love that. For Libra, I am going back to the After Tarot deck. Let's see what we want to have come through for us. I'm going to move to this kind. Oh, that definitely jumped out for us. And I have two for you, Libra, all about balance. And again, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. So that was a theme. I think it was for Aries, I believe, or it might have been for, I'm trying to think who that was for. Anyways, it's coming through again. And I am seeing this sort of sense of pondering your work and contemplating, and not being clear about moving forward. Let's pull another card to clarify this. Yeah, success. So there's a message that your work is almost complete, but it's like he's holding that last piece. So we've got the Eight of Pentacles and then the Knight of Pentacles holding that last piece. And so the reason why the work isn't complete is that there is one more step that will be revealed to you. Again, you can't rush this process. That's a really big theme that I'm seeing for everyone right now, is this whole concept of completing and really rushing into 2026 is not the way. It's not the way to optimize the energies, to optimize your success, but it is allowing yourself to know that in that process of, again, taking your time, not rushing, the last piece of the project presents itself to you. And I'm seeing a lot of success. So, really stepping into success. I also feel like there might have been a delay with a project coming to completion. There might have been a delay in receiving funding for a project, or receiving a certain fee that from a client, where you're sort of in that state of uncertainty. And I see that there's a positive resolution. So I want to say positive resolution, provided you don't overreact, staying really calm and allowing for that last piece to present. It feels like someone else, the Knight, is really bringing that to you again. I think we've seen that with a few other signs as well. And as you allow that completion to take place, you have an even more successful result. But there is that slight delay in that the fact that is the result really comes through powerfully in January. But what I hear, I want to just actually see what angel's coming through really powerfully. So there's a particular angel that I'm feeling in this as well, to really bring this through to completion. What angel is that? It's right over my shoulder. Harmony. So we've got Archangel or Archaea Harmony coming through to really say that you are a harmonizer. And so allowing your gifts of harmonizing this situation by not rushing it and by inviting that helpful person to come through really brings through positive results. Thank you, AEA Harmony. That is a beautiful message. I'm going to just put her up here too because she's really lovely. And now we've got Scorpio, passionate Scorpio coming through. I'm going to go back to the dragon cards for Scorpio. What is your message? Whoa, my goodness, that one really jumped out. This was a message I had earlier. The fairy taleist. And what I'm really being shown in are these books. So there's a message that you may be drawn to write. You may be drawn to complete that novel. You may be drawn to a journaling project, but they're really showing me a pen in the hand. Of course, you can use your computer or your notepad, but I'm really being shown that creativity flows from you powerfully when you write, and you really are writing your own fairy tale. So you're writing, you are the author, you're the creator, you're the author, and the writer of your own truly happy ending. So I feel like 2026 is this year of fairy tale beginnings and endings. You get to write the beginnings and you get to experience the endings. It feels like did I say 2022? I meant 2026. 2026 is a powerful year of dreams coming true for you, Scorpio. My goodness, I love that. Let's move to Sagittarius. I'm going to go back to the angel deck for Sagittarius. What have we got for you, Sagittarius? What does Sagittarius most need to know? Serenity. Weave a new story. So there's a kind of overlap with Scorpio, except it feels like you are powerfully releasing in the end of December a really old story that no longer resonates. So there is this message to really allow that old story to release, to take those action steps for your self-care, to do whatever you need to, sea salt baths, journaling, but allow yourself to really release that old story. Because as you go into 2026, you get to weave that new story. Again, there's that energy of dreams creation powerfully coming through for you, Sagittarius, in 2026. I'm also really being drawn to sacral chakra. So, really spending that time clearing cords to relationships, bringing in healthy boundaries. And I do feel like this release is potentially related to an old relationship or to a relationship that is ending, to invite in this new story and this new balanced relationship coming in. So, beautiful shift and change as you weave your new story. And of course, that is available to all of us. And we'll go back to the after tarot for Capricorn. Capricorn, what is your message? As we move into 2026, what do you most need to know? We'll split it. And what have we got? Ooh, celebration. Yeah, it feels like you've been working really, really hard, Capricorn. You are a hard worker. And one of the things, one of your challenges, I do know a lot of Capricorns, and one of your challenges is to really celebrate again. That message of celebrating yourself is an important one, but also celebrating with your community. So I am seeing that as you step into 2026, there is this new community that is springing up around you that you're also co-creating. It does also feel like you've got a partner, but then an additional person coming in to work with you. So there really is the energy of three coming in very powerfully, and collaboration. The more that you're willing to collaborate, to delegate and collaborate, the less stressful this expansion is for you. So it feels like there's powerful expansion coming, provided that you allow for this community to connect more palpably with you. And the more that you really take a step back almost to allow for this co-creation to take place. So there's a new phase if you're in a particular business or you've stepped into a business, there's a new phase of success happening for you. Love that, Capricorn. Let's do Aquarius. I've still got the tarots are very grounding, and Aquarius, it's feeling like some grounding is really good right now. What have we got for you, Aquarius? Hierophant. coming in. Let's ask for a clarification. Nice. The world. So again, it feels like there's a powerful completion happening. To me, the Hierophant is really feeling like a male figure in your life. It certainly could be you. And of course, take what resonates because it could be certainly be different for everyone. But I do feel like there is a level of connection and completion in a relationship that has been very traditional. So it could be a father figure, it could be with a boss, but there's this really positive completion where this person sees you, expresses their respect for you, and allows you to then take that relationship to the next level, whether the relationship completes or whether it moves forward. It feels incredibly positive and healing. So I would say there's a real emphasis on relationship healing moving forward into 2026 Aquarius, and almost like a new version of a particular relationship coming forward as well, which feels really, really refreshing. And a third card just says you really have the strength. I love line energy, of course, but I'm also drawn to this infinity loop, which is really balancing. So let's just feel that coming in for all of us to really help us balance and bring forth the positives in whatever this I want to say paternal masculine relationship is. There's real positives. There's this also real invigoration of masculinity, this really um, beautiful new respect for masculinity and its value, and truly honoring the masculine within each one of us, within ourselves, is really positive too. So, of course, there could be an internal focus on that too. And finally, beautiful watery Pisces. What do I need for Pisces? I do want to go back to the unicorn cards for you, Pisces. So let's just bring through a beautiful unicorn card for you to support Pisces. Pisces, what do you most need to know? Yeah, it feels like so refreshing oasis, nurture yourself and gather your strength. Yeah, it feels like you've been really giving a lot of energy, Pisces, and you may be depleted. But nurturing yourself is really your zone of power. So the more you give that self care to yourself, the more you gather your strength on all levels moving forward. And it really feels like there's a message you really deserve this break. So if you've been putting pressure on yourself, if you have been hard on yourself in any way, doing some healing around your inner critic and really giving yourself that replenishment and self love. And then this other beautiful card, because as you do this, it allows you to access your gifts. So, Pisces, I'm seeing a new gift coming forward for you. Explore your treasure chest and accept who you truly are. And that is a really beautiful message. I'm especially drawn to looking into this chest, this magical chest. There's also a message that Pisces, you are strongly connected to and a source of magic for others. And so allow yourself now to receive this gift. It feels like almost like a reward of completion. So it feels like you're graduating on a soul level and taking your mastery to the next level. And this gift is really an honoring of you. So, Pisces, the question is, will you let yourself receive, and will you let yourself receive fully? That is such a good thing and such a beautiful message. So let's pull a card in conclusion for all of us. We'll do three cards to just really wrap this up. Yeah, I really love there's this message of not rushing. Black cat down here really saying allow your unique blend of magic to come through. This allows for these new seedlings, new growth to sprout. Also, there's this message to really, for some of us, to really refocus our vision to, and even to allow our vision to connect with us. And that allows us to really step onto that new timeline, that higher timeline. So for 2026, it's not about doing excessive amounts of hard work. It's like you've already worked very hard. You've already done so much self healing. It's about allowing that beautiful eagle to come to you and to allow that vision to unfold. And once you allow it, it is like it's already fully manifested for you. And then High Priestess really says this is a time of powerful psychic intuition developing. So many of you already so gifted. And there is a new level of your gifts or new gifts at the soul level presenting to you. But in 2026, we find these new ways to utilize these gifts, new practical ways to incorporate them, and new ways to allow these gifts to call in the abundance that truly is our birthright. So these gifts, whether they're psychic gifts or healing gifts, have never been more pivotal or important as we move forward on our higher paths. And there is this soul level recognition that really comes forward in a powerful way to encourage you to embrace these incredible, unique gifts. So it's like there's a new level of both manifestation for you, but also in the collective that really helps you have direct evidence as to how valued and cherished these gifts are. And that is such a beautiful thing. Thanks, everyone. I hope this was helpful. And do let me know what resonated for you. Have a beautiful Christmas season. Namaste.